how you going? Mick here from the Hop Cartel, and this is the video of the progress build of the Keezer. As you can see here, we've started off doing the front using those red cedar blind slats. This was about 6 weeks after initially bringing the freezer home. It pretty much sat idle as a fermentation chamber for that first 5 or 6 weeks. So the progress here where the slats have gone on quite well. The collar was made within the first week just to make sure all the measurements and that were fine. It was sort of sat how I wanted it to. Going with the 4-tap system there. The cutout was made with for the compressor ventilation and control panel at the bottom there on the right hand side. Basically, this is where a lot of the ideas started forming for how we're going to initially finish off the box section of the Keezer. So far, as stated here, the total cost is at $10.50. Being the only thing I've had to pay for is the construction adhesive or liquid nails. Had a bit of a rise in the lid, so we used 6 buckets of grain to weight that down whilst the liquid nails cured, and once removing those buckets, found that rise was pretty much non-existent. There wasn't really any noticeable hump there around the centre where it was discovered before we started. We gave it a bit of a rub down and wiped it with a damp cloth to remove the dust, and in that process we sort of worked out that the finish was going to be quite more appealing to use a medium gloss timber finish varnish lacquer rather than use red cedar stain back over it. Would leave the surface quite exposed and pretty much unsealed. It's probably wasn't going to be the best idea to be having it finished that way if we're going to be using it as a Keezer and be beer splashing on it and stuff like that. So that's showing where the collar is. The collar's slightly recessed compared to the rest of the Keezer and the box section at the bottom, so we had to dress that out using offcuts from the cedar slats just to bring it out level. So it was one layer of offcuts around the collar, and then the next layer full pieces worked out perfectly even, which created pretty much one continuous panel, as you'll see in these next series of photos just coming up now, where we started off with the front and we run it all the way up over the collar. I had to end up drilling from the back of the collar and just to the point where you could see the end of the spade bit coming through, and then I drilled through from the front. As you can see in that photo there, that's the one of the side slats put on to get a general idea, and then you can see slightly the top exposure of the collar there. So as you can see, the varying colours of the slats where they've been sanded back. I think we used a 600 grit paper on that to just create some high and low colour points. You see there the holes drew it out perfectly, and we've started on dressing the corners to eliminate those ugly spots around the sides there where the sides front slats didn't quite meet up. So that's probably one of the aspects of the build that was sort of decided along the progress of it, trying to work out how we're going to finish it off. So you can see there's a vertical slat either corner, and then the horizontal slat top and bottom, using those drawing pins to hold it in place while it's set. We run a veneer or capping around the top of the collar with the cedar slats and mitered it at 45 at the corners to give it that clean finish. Yet to install the back slat where the lid is at the back there. A few adjustments of the lid to get it to sit flat is needed, but other than that, we're sort of at the tail end of the build. We have to build a trolley that sits sort of under the bottom, so it'll be on casters and it'll be movable. Those casters will have brakes on them to stop it from rolling anywhere. The hinges and the front handle there, it's still white. We haven't decided. We might go a brass or a stainless steel finish. Cap those off with some sort of fabricated product. Got people in the industry, so I'm in a good position there. So that's yet to be decided what we're going to do with that. Other than that, that's the build or finish bar the hardware. Thanks for watching. Remember, like, share, subscribe, and continue to support the Hop Cartel. Cheers. Catch us on the next video.